price. So what do we have going on today in terms of the market? I ended up taking 2 losses today, and I also entered 2 new trades today. So the first one being HNST, which is one that we entered today. Second one being GTN, and the 2 losses that I endured were JanX. I was trailing this stock, so initially we have a hard stop loss at the 50% mark of the entry candle, pretty much meaning that if we entered on this candle, which we did, our hard stop loss would be at the midpoint of this candle right here. But since we did kind of move a little bit upward in the second day, which was yesterday, we ended up moving the stop loss just 1/16 below that candle, so essentially where that blue line is at. And today, as you can see, we came down below that candle, so it stopped us out for a $55 loss. I think it was roughly around 1% of my account, so not a big deal. Second loss that we took today was Iova, so same idea. Initial stop loss was at the 50% mark of the entry candle. Yesterday we moved up pretty nicely, but unfortunately it just came right back down, and it ended up being a red candle. So we ended up moving our stop loss to 1/16 below that candle, which is where this blue line is at. And today, similar situation, moved down. It just took us out pretty much right at the open of the session today. A pretty small loss, only $11, so definitely saved a couple of dollars there. If we had our initial hard stop loss, we would have took a full loss, $50 loss. So we definitely saved a couple of dollars in this trade. New P still coming in our favor. We entered right here in this aggressive green candle. Still trailing it right now. So yesterday, the stop loss was somewhere around right here. Again, we're applying the same trailing method to every single stock here. So today we moved up our stop loss 1/16 below this current candle, which is at 527. So we're really protecting our profits right here as the days go on. That's really the whole point of the profit trailing method here. But the 2 new trades, or actually let me go over these other ones here. So this one was pretty close to getting me stopped out today. Red candle gap against us, but we're pretty much a couple of cents away from getting stopped out, which is a really good thing. If we take a look at the 5-minute time frame here, you'll see how close we actually were to getting stopped out. So yeah, we're only literally a couple of dimes, a couple of pennies away from getting stopped out on the blue line right here. But the market or the stock kind of just bounced a little bit. So hopefully tomorrow we do get some momentum to the upside and survive this this fall that we had today. So that's RYAM. Getting on to the new trades that we took today. GTN, nice little breakout here. And just to recap what we're looking for right here, since I have been uploading a couple of videos explaining what I'm looking for, essentially is a explosive candle. So that's number 1, an aggressive green candle that closes relatively high. Secondly, some form of resistance being broken, so it could be out of a range, out of a wedge pattern, whatever the case may be, some form of breakout. And then number 3, explosive volume down here. So as you can see, this wasn't that explosive. It could have been a little bit better, but it was still definitely above average. Compare this to HNST, which is one that we took today as well. But unfortunately, this one does not have a nice breakout like the previous one. It's just a nice explosive green candle combined with some good volume. And that's essentially what I'm trading right there. So this one does not have the breakout as this one. So it would just automatically be rated as a probably 8 out of 10 setup. Compared to this one would be rated like a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Simply because the volume is also slightly missing right here. It's good volume, but it's not explosive volume. Compare that to RYAM as well. I mean, this is explosive volume, good breakout, everything was perfect with this trade. But in the market, you could have the best trade setup and still end up losing money. So there's an example of that scenario happening right here. So those are the trades that I am currently on right now. I am currently on HNST, GTN, RYAM, LRMR, JanX. We ended up taking a loss today. Iova, another loser as well. New P is one that we are trailing right now, so we're very deep in the profit. Still far away from our target. Our target is like 10 something, I think. So still far away from the profit. And to be honest with you guys, we probably might not even reach it. But by the time we get to like $6, $7, our trailing profit would already be like at 620. So at that point, it won't even be a question if we're gonna make money or not. The real question is gonna be how much money are we gonna make, since we're using the trailing profit method. So with that out of the way, let's look at the numbers real quick. This is essentially the backbone of my strategy here. If we take a look at the risk column here, you'll notice that I'm essentially risking 1% every single trade. And if we look even closer, you'll see that initially we're risking $49 and then it just slowly increases. We peaked at $53.90. And as of today, we did endure a couple of losses, so we're back at 52. So we're slowly climbing up there, and hopefully over 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 trades, we'll eventually be trading at $100 per risk. So as of right now, I have been trading this for about 30 to 40 trades. Not a whole lot, but I have been making some tweaks, and making those tweaks just means that I have to reset my data. So this is the most recent updated version of the strategy, and this is the data that I've been collecting, pretty much around 20 trades, I think, give or take, not including a couple of mistakes here in these gray areas and not including the ones that I have closed. It's essentially 15 trades, and so far it is a profitable trade. So let me try to see if I could make the addition here for you guys in terms of the P&L, the closed P&L, that is. So this is where I messed up yesterday. I don't even remember what I pressed. I think I pressed one of these buttons, and then it ended up just shrinking everything down to a tiny little column. So I don't want to make that mistake again, but I don't see any option to like add these cells or something like that. Maybe right here, realized P&L, where is it at? Oh, okay, that's a little bit, that's interesting. So, well, that kind of messes up the from the dates. So the dates are a little bit mixed. So what this shows is pretty much how much losses we have compared to the wins, and we definitely have been losing just like 1 or 2 trades more than the winners that we have. But if we look at the biggest loser, you'll see that it doesn't go over. Well, you'll see that it's only 103. Compare that to the biggest winner, which is 267, and the second biggest loser, 63. Second biggest winner, 156, and then another followed by another 118. So this is really where you get to see the edge here forming. Again, with the more trades you take, the better precision you have in terms of your trading here, of your trading method. So yeah, I don't think I could even manage to see how much we're actually profiting, but we're roughly around 5 to 6% right now in terms of our growth of the account. So keep in mind, this is only from about a month of trading here, 15 trades, 20 trades, roughly 1 month of trading. So I think it's 3 weeks of trading. 6% in 3 weeks, that's definitely not a bad start for the year here. So with that out of the way, and with all that in mind, all these trades are being uploaded here on my Discord here, and I do send out a watch list. So the 2 trades that I took, GTN and HNST, are 2 that I sent out pretty much an hour before the market closed. I did send out another one here, but it just didn't really close well. I think it was this one, RRGB. This one wasn't the best setup. It was a really good breakout, but it just didn't close strong enough for me to have some conviction, and so I didn't take that trade. That's why I highly recommend that you do your own due diligence. Nothing better than just receiving a couple of stocks to look at like this every single day, taking the time to analyze them yourself, and ultimately at the end of the day, you make the wise decision to take that trade or not. Hence also why I don't send out the trade that I take right before the market closes, because then that'll give you the ability to copy me. And though that may seem a little bit good, I'll argue that it's actually not. I think that defeats the whole purpose of you learning the skill, building the intuition, and ultimately building some experience. So I don't want to rob you of your learning curve, but what I will offer is a watch list here, something very valuable, I think, something that'll really narrow down your focus in terms of the setups. And besides that, I also do offer the breakdown here of the strategy that I'm looking for, a little example here, and a summary of the strategy too. This is the outdated version right here, but I did update it now. So here it is. Feel free to take it completely for free. The Discord is also for free too. Everything that you see here is for free. The whole point, the whole idea of this channel is to simply give you guys guidance and hopefully in the long term make you guys profitable traders. So with that in mind, I'm going to end it right there. Currently holding 5 trades as of right now. A couple of them doing not so good. Some of them doing really good. But we have 2 new ones today. So hopefully tomorrow we do get to see them perform well. Hope you guys enjoy this little video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and stay focused. I'll see you guys tomorrow.